Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm working on a Prius Generation 2 battery, and I wanted to share something that could be valuable, I guess. One of the issues that I have, and I think most people do too, is whenever you buy replacement batteries, they're always used, and you don't really know what kind of life they had before that, so you just kind of trust the seller that they're good. But I have found that that is not a good way to assume things, because a lot of times they're not good. And you go through all this trouble taking your pack out, changing the batteries, and then they're bad. So you need to load test them. And the best way I found, or I guess the most accurate way to test cells or modules, is interval drain them, meaning like have steps of draining. So here's an example of these 4 batteries. These are actually old batteries from what I took out. What ended up being is that the ones I replaced were actually not bad, some of them, but I didn't really know how to get to that conclusion. You could get like one of those fancy chargers and dischargers that tells you the capacity, or if you don't have anything fancy like most people, and what you need to do is you need to load test it. The way you would do it is, it doesn't really matter how big the load is. It could be a couple amps, it could be 5 amps. What actually works is what I'm doing here. Is, as you can see here, I got 8 volts, 7.5, 7.2, 7.0, and 6.5. So I got about a 5 amp load. I'm using this transformer here. And you can use anything. You can use a light bulb, like a headlight bulb. So this is my battery 1, 2, 3, and 4. So what I do is I normally just charge the battery to the fullest I can. Well, not to the fullest, but about 8 point, whatever they normally will hold. And 8.2. So anything around there, 8 point anything. So how long it takes to get to 8 volts. And these are seconds. So to get to 8 volts, it took 22 seconds. So then from 8 to 7.5 took 1 minute and 10 seconds. And then from 7.5 to 7.2. And this actually gives you, and so on, 7.0 and 7 and 6.5. This gives you a curve actually. And you can actually understand the battery a lot better of what it does. And guys, you can see by this number, especially on the low end in here, from 7.0 to 6.5. This is really critical area right here. This actually doesn't really matter as much because this is the high end. What matters is the low end even more. So even if your batteries are not charged, you can just start from 7.5. You don't have to start here. You can just start from 7.5 to, or whatever number you have on the battery, like 8.2 or whatever, you just start from there. But in any case, it gets critical here. So as you can see, battery number 1 is literally trash, because it took 31 seconds to go to from 7.2 to 7.0. So I mean, it was bad. It was okay in the mid-range, higher up range, but terrible at the low range. And this is the one you care about. You don't really care as much what's up here. Everything below 7.2 is what you care about. So as you can see, it only took 21 seconds to get to 6.5 from 7.0. So that was very low capacity. And look at battery number 2. So this is similar, this is similar, that's similar, this is similar, but look what happens from here to here. It's a crazy difference. I mean, we got 1 minute and 45 seconds from 7.0 to 6.5. This is where your battery really matters, how good it is, these batteries. Let's go to number 3 here. Similar, better than similar, also a little better than similar, a lot better than similar. Notice how we're getting to the lower voltages. And then crazy better than these other ones. So this battery right here is a very good battery. So, and actually, as you can see here, I put in my notes that I didn't even get to 6.5. I got to 6.7 at this timing right here. So you're really checking the lower end. So, and then we got here another one, similar, 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 better than similar, and obviously again good. So anyways, just wanted to share that. So let me see if I can demonstrate one battery here, or how I do it. Alright guys, so I got the meter hooked up to the battery and it's 8.26 volts. I got 3 leads coming off of each thing because I'm going to be drawing some amperage, so I need more power, but that's why I have 3 leads. Ready to hook up, and I need a stopwatch obviously because I need a time. Whenever I hit a voltage I need to push stop and disconnect real quick. So alright guys, so as I'm going to put this on the load, I'm going to start the timer at the same time. Hopefully you can see the voltage here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And as you can see, it fell pretty quick. So there we go, I'm at 8 volts, so I stopped it. So, and as you can see, I got 8 seconds, 8.1. So all I'm going to do on my little paper here under 8 volts is I'm going to put, it took 8.2 seconds. 0.2 seconds. Alright, so let's go to the next one. So the next one we're going to do is 7.5. So we're not doing anything different. We're just resetting the stopwatch. Reset. And now we're going to hit the 7.5 mark. And so basically ready, set, go. And voltage is going down. As you can see, decently quick. So my wires will be warming up here because it's drawing about, I don't know how many amps, quite a bit of amps. And the timer is timing. So once we get to 7.5, we can write down the number here. Anyway, so you keep doing this until you get down to the bottom. Alright guys, so it's getting close. It's 7.5352. So any second now I need to push the stopwatch and disconnect this. 3, 2, 1, go. There it is. So this time around it took 2 minutes and 5 seconds to get to 7.5. Right here, 7.5. So I'm going to put 2 minutes 0.5 seconds, 2:05. Alright, so now I'm going to reset my stopwatch, and now I'm going to go to 7.2, 7.0, and then 6.5. I just wanted to say that about the load is that if your load is not as huge, this will just take a lot longer. So you can still make a curve out of it. It just would require a lot more time. So, and you want to kind of put a decently heavy load on here because, you know, that's the reality of the battery. It works pretty hard. So, even a light bulb, like from a headlight of a car, would work pretty good. So, I just wanted to make sure you guys understand that the load can be anything you want. Just make sure it's a good load. So, I think a headlight from a car would be pretty accessible to most people. Alright guys, so I got to 7.0. It's actually bounced back here, 7.2, you can see. But I got 59 seconds from 7.2 to 7.0. So let's do our last little bit here. The timer, 1, 2, 3. So you can see this thing really fell hard. So, but we want to get it all the way to 6.5. I'm not sure what's going on guys, but this one, it's holding up pretty good. Maybe this is actually this battery. But in any case, it's still holding up. It's at 6.7. Actually, no, it can't be that battery because this one is 6.7 is at 4 minutes. But we're here. Actually, we're almost on 3 minutes. And it's holding. But in any case, I'm probably going to stop it there. So this, when you get to this point and it won't drop at this kind of voltages, that just shows that the battery is very strong. Meaning like, you know, it's not going to voltage dip, because what happens with the triangle of death on these things is whenever the voltage dip just drops, you know, it's not sustainable, and it drops too hard, and it goes below the threshold of the allowed voltages because of a weak cell that just dips too hard. So anyways, I'm going to cut this thing loose because it's heading to 4 minutes. So we know this cell right here can go back in there and not have any trouble at all. So that's the whole point, and this is what I wanted to do to figure out how to filter these batteries, because you know I keep rebuilding these packs for myself and other people, and you know I keep getting sometimes I get trouble with them, and I realize that it doesn't really matter what's going on from 7.2 to whatever 8 point whatever. What matters is what's going on from 7.2 down. You know, it's like a little bit of a process, and it takes a while to do each battery. Like each battery would take 15 to 20 minutes to do, like this, to test. So, but you know, if you got everything out and you're not sure, this is a great way to make sure, you know, before you go through the trouble of getting that out, you know, and swapping it out, but you don't know what you're swapping it out with because you don't know what you bought. Anyways, guys, so this, I guess, little short video is not so short, but hopefully it helps a little bit, and people that want to fix the batteries themselves, these high voltage batteries, because sometimes you'll get a triggered of the triangle. That's just indicating that one of the batteries are going bad, but you could be not getting that triangle for another 6 months, possibly. Maybe just that condition of what you had triggered it. So, and you go out and buy a new battery and try to replace some of the ones you have, and it ends up being worse than the ones you have. So you got to watch out for that too. So anyways, guys, hopefully this video was helpful, because I know I had a lot of questions about people asking about loads and batteries and all that. So hopefully this video will clear that up a little bit, and it kind of gave me the confidence of knowing what I'm putting back in there, so I'm not worried about it. Because as you guys know, if you ever did this, that it's quite a little bit of work to get this thing out of the car. You know, it's really annoying if you have to go back and do it. Anyways, check out my other videos. I have a couple videos of doing repairs on these batteries. I'll put links at the end of the video. And thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.